Hello, Jillian here. I want to do something I think it's a little bit different because I'm going to travel. And you see I'm blonde and tiny, so perfect objects for people, for men. And I want to do something more that
you feel in balance.
Yeah,
and also
feel in
a
balance.
little bit distance to men.
So yeah.
Not a target person.
Not a target, so a little bit more badass.
I'm certain we can fix that for you.
Yeah.
Will you turn so they can
course.
see how your hair is growing? And you had a love kiss.
Yeah, sorry.
It doesn't matter. It's better than no love at all.
Yeah. So.
Thank
Really
you
nice.
very much.
Hello friends on YouTube, Jillian is back. Now, she's going on vacation for a long time. So packed her hair in and hide it. Now gonna work with a hot tool because that's the best for her hair. Gonna work with all the natural shapes that are in her hair. We're not going for a boyish hairstyle, we're going for a nice feminine pixie, but still strong. And that was kept by a deeper color and also a different shape. Because an asymmetrical hairstyle can make you out of balance, but looks also to persons to watch at you, they also looking for the balance. So we're gonna take a little bit off of this side, keeping the length on both sides, make it playable and soft flowing and nicely feminine. Start by wetting the hair, as always. And when I wet the hairs, I notice the new way to cut hair is dry and also cut hair dry, but I do mostly to get out the lines, the target lines. So, but when I can see the lines, and I already can see her, and I did her hair for almost a year or three now, so I know what I can find. So then I don't need that. But working with hot tools, you always have to be a little bit moist. Start on the back, parting over the center line and about 3 centimeters above the skull bone. That's a bit on the centimeter or 2 above the ears. Set that aside. That's my baseline for the frame on the back. Leave the sides so I can see them. Turn it around. Gonna work on that. Turn it so you can see where I'm going. A bit more, my love. Starting on the short side, watch at the lines, lay them into the line of fall. Take not too much off the short side, but give it a curve. So I move with my fingers to the inside, so I can really make a nice flowing line on the back of her head. The nice thing is working with hot tool is you don't have to force anything. It's gently traveling through the hairs. Bring the neckline in balance. And a natural color is not that light as coarse as that what we made with the blonde tones. So now you see the difference between this side and that side. So here's much more rest into the hairs, much nicer flowing, and almost nothing off. And with the knife you can look for the ways to do the hair. Lift it over the center line and first connect it in the center to the left side. Then I'll go over to the other side, watch at the lines, finding the balance. In the underlines there will be the balance. In the upper lines you still have some more length at the front and some playable hair on top. every time looking for the right thickness, for the right balance into the hairstyle. Sometimes it's a bit hard to do to show you that because I have to make the video myself, so I can stand in the way. So sometimes I'm cutting around the corner. So I can hardly get there, but otherwise you cannot see it, what I'm doing. Then bring the hairs back to this line, get in the underlines, and shape it. And when I sit straight in front of this line, then I can work it out. So now I have two guidelines, one on the short side, one on the longer side. And the ticking is the wire. I cannot do anything about that. It's the only thing that's not so nice on hot tools is the wire that's on it. Get over to the fall of the skull. Wetting in between. Take the hairs to the back. Watch over the skull shapes and the skull bone. And here was that strange thing that was a rest over of the asymmetrical lines. And bring this side in balance with the short side. Don't make hard lines. Still working in soft lines. Take some new hair on it. Again, start in the back. Lay the hairs into the beautiful rounding she has in the skull, because she has a beautiful skull bone to work on. And when you use the natural shapes, you always get the best end result. Also in the front, watch at eyebrow lines and work in that line. Almost at the center of a skull, on top. Every time go back to the same line. And the nice thing is that this is much easier to wear, also a bit strong. So when you do this with a bit gel, you get that Italian look. And that makes strong hairstyles, because you don't mess with Italian girls. For the last time on this side, go to the center of the skull. And it looks like a soft line. It is a soft line, but you can work this out very roughly if you want to. Working with the tip of my knife. See that the length from the top is almost the same, but less than dry end, because that's gone. Thank God for that. So now I go to the center on the back, like I did on the right side. Take the hairs over to the right side from the left side and lay them into the fall. Knowing that this is the short side, so I don't take off much. heb nog een elektrische fiets gekocht.
Ja?
€100. 45 kilometer gefietst. En alle papieren erbij. En een Sparta.
Ja.
Dat is eigenlijk een heel kapitaal. Ik kon niet laten lopen. So now you see that I can balance into the back of the skull and the hairs. So I can have a wonderful shape. And you see that they flow into each other. That's the way when you get with a knife, you get that wonderful feeling. The hairs always follow up. And this is the short side to the front. I take off only a minor part. That's not much. And it was ultra short. And a part of the strongness of this hairstyle will be by the color of the cat. And it will certainly plump out the blue eyes. Take the hairs from the top. Lay all the hairs over the rounding. When I see the dryness, I wet in between. Gently go in. And adjust the lines. To the front, I work with the tip of my knife, so I take only the tip. So now we come to the front. Coming to the front, there we hold the asymmetrical line a bit, not too much, soften the line. And because I work again with a knife, you hardly see the hairs when you lay them flat to the back because they flow into each other, because the lines follow up. Connecting the short side, don't take much off, only the dry ends. So we have still an asymmetrical line, but now only at the front. Coming on top, lift the hairs up only in the center line, chop off a small part. So don't disturb the lines I made. Certainly all the dry ends are off. And as long as the hairs are a little bit wet, I never burn my fingers. Otherwise I would. So when you buy a tool like this, it pays back. Now the only thing I have to do is to correct the neckline, and then I'm ready. For that I take a small clipper. You see the slight curving in the neckline. They disturb the lines. So hold it back, clean it up, lay the hairs back. Watch through the hairs what I can miss, but don't make a hard line of it. And do this on both sides, of course. Zo'n lief geluidje, hè, zo'n tondeuse.
Oh, ik vind het zo'n fijn geluid. En het voelde ook gewoon fijn.
Ja, dat is een heel mooi gereedschap eigenlijk. Maar levensgevaarlijk.
Ja, dat wel.
Ik vind het zo mooi, als je het zelf doet, dan denk je, ach, het gaat er bijna nooit doorheen. Je moet iedere keer stoppen. Maar als je het zelf doet en het gaat verkeerd, hak je in één keer door.
Ja.
Je hebt gewoon zo'n kale streep op je hoofd. Okay, make sure a color. Make sure a color of Clint. Set photo of the tubes into the video so you can see them. It's 6'3", 6'7", there's a wood color. A small part brown, 4-0, and a yellow component, because when you take out colors, you have to bring back the base color, and that's gold. So that's for the dry ends and the blonde ends, so that they will be in balance also by color. Comb this through the hairs. There's no smell coming off from the product because it's ammonia free and paraben free, so it's not damaging there at all. Dat is ook wel mooi aan deze fabrikant, aan Clint. Die is eigenlijk dermatologisch bedrijf, hè? Dus die is eigenlijk normaal gesproken alleen maar voor huid altijd bezig geweest.
Ja.
En van daaruit zijn ze kappersproducten gaan maken.
Oké.
Dus hun doel is altijd zo goed mogelijke huid houden.
Ja, dat is wel beter eigenlijk.
Ja. Now close this up. Gonna wait for 25 minutes without heat. Then rinse it out. Then I'm gonna style the hair, show you the end result. Don't go away, just stay. We'll be back in for you less than a second. Came back from coloring. After 25 minutes we rinsed it out. Gonna blow dry this. Make use of her natural roundings and curly effect. Therefore I take a Divine, that's a curl product of Clint, styling product. But it's a very smooth product, so no hard lines with this. Comb this product through the hairs.
Als één ding niet goed gaat, gaat alles niet goed.
Met alles is altijd zo. Of als je iets laat vallen, gaat alles vallen.
Ja.
Het is echt een mooie kleur hoor. Nou, maar jij bent wel een blank bedje.
Ja, ik ben echt gewoon dit. Ugh.
Nou, je hebt één bruine vlek. Zuig zien.
Betekent dat het goed gaat, zullen we het daar maar op houden?
Ja, zeker. Teken van liefde.
Precies.
So far blow drying. Now I want something soft on her hair, so no hard lines. Like Lanza Golden Oil. It's a shame that YouTube doesn't come with smell, because this oil smells real nice. And it's the best product, I think, in oil products there is on the market. Now this is the new hairstyle, new color of Jillian. I hope she likes it. I like it, that's the most important thing I think. No, it's not. She must like it. And we see each other next video. She will turn around to show you the end result. Bye bye.
Something different.
Dat was de bedoeling, toch?
Ja.
Het is wel een heel rustig rondje. God.
Oh,
Thank you
sorry,
very much.
hoor. Ja, ik kan het nog snel doen.
Ja, dat kan ook. Kan alles. Dankjewel.
Hey, hello, Jillian here. I want to do something, I think
bit
it's
different.
a little bit different, because I'm going to travel. And you see I'm blonde and tiny, so perfect objects for people, for men. And I want to do something more that
You feel in balance.
yeah,
And
I
also
feel in
a little
balance.
bit distance to
Yeah.
man.
So yeah,
Not a target person.
not a target. So a little bit more badass.
I'm certain we can fix that for you.
Yeah.
Will you turn so
Yeah, of course.
they can see how your hair is grown? And you had a love kiss.
Yeah, sorry
It
for
doesn't matter. It's better than no love at all.
that. Yeah. So
Thank
really
you
nice.
very much.